a gaming video. Today we're actually going to be talking about the new iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and the iPhone X, or if you would like to call it the iPhone 10. So before we get into this video, just make sure to subscribe for more more content on this channel. Soon enough we'll make it daily, and and smash that like button, maybe that share button too if you want. So anyways, we're going to be talking about the iPhone 8 and everything I know of it, and like everything you guys might need to want to know about it. So so the iPhone X is nicknamed the iPhone 10. Why, I have no idea, but it is nicknamed the iPhone 10 for some reason. Maybe because it's called X. Get it? Okay. And on the description it does say hello to the future. So one thing that's noticeable, if you've ever seen anything with it, is that it does have the iPhone X does have a full 5.8-inch display, Super Retina, which is the full screen. So a lot of people before this didn't think that an iPhone 8 was going to come out. They thought the iPhone X was going to be the iPhone 8. I personally was about 90% sure they were going to come out with another phone. But I did get dazzled because I did think that the iPhone 8 was going to be the iPhone X. But when it turned out to be the other one, I was actually pretty surprised, but that happened. I thought the iPhone X was going to be the iPhone 8, and then they were going to come out with a new iPhone X, just as theirs. So besides the amazingly expensive price of the new iPhone 8, of the new iPhone X, I should say, the iPhone X does come with a few good things. So a couple. Oh, there you go. So it does have the full thing is curved, so it has curved OLED screen is what they call it. It was originally supposed to be about $100 cheaper, just because they were gonna buy, if they use a regular screen like they've been using on servers, like in any other product, they always use their regular screens, but now that they use an OLED screen, it does cost $100 more than the regular screens. So the reason for that is to thank Samsung, because Samsung did provide them with the OLED screens, which are so expensive. So it has one of the things that besides that, the screen is water, dust, and crack resistant, or scratch resistant, or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty cool. One of the things that a lot of people like about the camera, about the phone, is the camera. So the phone, it does come with two cameras, like shown on the iPhone 8 No and a couple other models of Samsung's. So with the front camera, one thing that is different though is now they do have a Face ID recognition, which was previously introduced on some Samsungs. So they now have that in the new iPhone. They also have the emoji things, the Animojis, which represents which actually are supposed to be like emojis, but you can actually move your face and it moves the emoji, so like you can be talking. So that is one thing that I actually did find pretty cool about it, and I hope to see it. They did though say it was supposed to be on the full iOS, on iOS 11 when it came out, so it's not solo just gonna be on the iPhone X, which I do hope happens, because that'd be cool having it on all platforms. Anyways, besides that, the facial mapping, which is, it's supposed to, what the front camera describes is that it's going to be 1 in 5 million chance that somebody can actually hack into your phone with the Face ID. They also have Apple Pay now through the Face ID as well, just in case, because why not? One of the things that with the iPhone X, iPhone 8 Plus, I believe, I don't think it's available on the iPhone 8, is that they do have portraits. So portrait is it's just supposed to or portrait lighting, I should say. You can make it so it's just like a full-fledged character, like a full-fledged picture, like from an actual nice camera. So they have dual 12 MP cameras on the back, megapixels. they're just supposed to be able to recognize color better. They have portrait lighting on them too, and it's supposed to be helping with stabilization so that nothing comes out as blurry on there. Also, I believe you can zoom further in than you were able to in the previous phones. So they also have a new chip, which is the A11 Bionic, which is supposed to be really it's supposed to be the best chip in the phone. So previously on the iPhone 5 SE, which I currently have, and the iPhone 6, I know they had A9s. I believe they introduced the A10, and if they did introduce the A10 in the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 7s. So it's supposed to be able to do 600 billion operations per second, which is supposed to be cool. They're also having a new CPU inside the iPhone X. So I'm just gonna be covering the iPhone X first, by the way, if you guys weren't able to tell. So after that too, they have they have adaptive recognition, which is on the iPhone X. So basically, no matter like if you're covered halfway like in clothes, like if your face is covered with something, or if you slowly age, it could tell the difference. So now what Apple is claiming to with the battery, which is what we're going to be getting into next, is it's claiming to have 2 more hours of battery life than the iPhone 7, which should be pretty good because one major thing I hated with the iPhones, at least, is that they always ran out of battery really quickly. That's what I thought, and I don't know if other people thought of it too. So anyways, supporting the A11 augmented reality, as I said earlier, as I didn't say earlier, actually I was talking about the N emoji. Augmented reality is supposed to be it's what Apple hopes sells their new iPhones because of the new A11 chip. So it's supposed to be able to like put anything in the reality, so like virtual reality basically. So I've been on virtual reality, specifically the PSVR, and it's pretty fun. So I want to see what they do with this. It's gonna be like 3Ds as they have as they have it like in their picture as just like a preview. You can put a Tyrannosaurus Rex wherever you want on the street, because why not? So it said that you can like put anything to like tattoos on your arms. One of the big things too that it's supposed to be really cool with the new iPhone X and 8s, I think they also claim that it should work on any phone, but I don't know if I believe them, is that they're supposed to have wireless charging. So I know they will have an iPhone X and 8, but it's supposed to support any Apple device. I don't think. Well, what they had as a preview was a iPhone and an iPhone and an Apple Watch. So I do not know if they will support other things as well. I hope they do, because with my iPhone SE, it might not be so good if like I can't even handle. If I can't even wireless charge, because it would be fun. So yeah. But the wireless charging is plugged in via lightning cord and supposed to and can be plugged in just regularly. So one of the big things that's supposed to be new is the iOS. So iOS 11 is rolling out. It's gonna come out with the new iPhone X and 8 as default, and it's supposed to be available for update. Yeah, it isn't expensive. It does come with a lot to offer, especially on iPads. It's supposed to change the way they look and everything. So the control center is on the iPhone X, I should say, is actually pretty weird. You have to like swipe from the top right corner into like the bottom left to open it, which is kind of weird, but that works too. The augmented reality, I think they actually have some games via Apple to support augmented reality. I don't know if they'll probably do that with other games too, but who knows. And then that's pretty much it for the iPhone X. So now let's get into the pricing real quick. So it comes default at a 64 gig, unlike other phones that were 16 gigs. So this comes default at a 64 gig and can be upgraded to a 256 gigabyte. So that's pretty cool, because a lot of people are complaining with Apple with the storage, like even like just Apple storage or regular storage. So that's one thing that they resolved with the new with the new memories. So so that's one thing that's going to be cool, except it is going to be very expensive just to get your hands on one of these. For even the 64 gig, it will be $1,000, sorry. So $999.99 to be exact, for a 64 gig with taxes included. I have no idea how much money it's going to be. And then you can get the 256 gig for, I believe, $1,200. And inside the box when you buy it, of course, is the iPhone. The earbuds they still have, but they have it with the lightning connector. They have the lightning 2 USB for charging. They have the adapter, and then they have the lightning microphone connector adapter thing. So that's what's in the box when you get it. And that's it for really the iPhone X. So now let's move into the iPhone 8. Now the iPhone 8 is coming out in the 8 and 8 Plus. Honestly, I think it'd probably be the same thing like the iPhone 7, because the 7 is pretty similar. Now with the 8, it's supposed to be coming out in 3 colors, I believe. 4 colors, I don't know. They messed up all the colors on all of the iPhones, so I really don't know what colors are supposed to be coming out. Eventually, I think they're gonna come out with more colors, but I know the iPhone X, if you buy it brand new, it's supposed to come in it's only supposed to come in space gray, I believe, or just regular gray and silver. They do not have a full screen, so they're in appearance wise, they look very, very similar to the iPhone 7, which came out, I believe, a year or two ago. So that's one thing that's different. So the front and back is made with all glass, which is surprising. I never expected there to be like all glass on an iPhone. So that's one thing. Even the back is all glass, which, I mean, it's just like, it does add to the design, but that's pretty cool, I guess. So it's supposed to be water. It's engineered to resist water and dust, so that's a good thing. They have had that in previous models, iPhone 7, but I mean, it's just a cool experience to have. It is supposed to support wireless charging, as I said earlier. All iPhones, I think, are supposed to support it. I don't know if that's a true fact, though. I guess we are going to have to test it when the new iPhones come out, when the iPhone X and iPhone 8 come out. Anyways, so there's the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus as like an iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. The iPhone 8 and Plus is 0.8 inches bigger, a Retina. They're both Retina HD displays. The iPhone 8 is 4.7 and the iPhone 8 Plus is 5.5. So they are about, so I believe the iPhone 8 Plus's camera is about the same size as the iPhone X's screen. I mean the iPhone 8's camera. iPhone 8 Plus's camera. Oh my gosh, I'm messing up so much. So yeah, those are the screen sizes. So it has the Retina HD True Tone, and it's supposed to be able to have like a lot more colors, like different selection of colors, just to make everything look more HD, which is pretty cool because, I mean, new colors is amazing, right? That's what everybody wants. So, and then we have the wide viewing angles. Dual domain pixels give you a great view of the screen from any angle. So you can like, even if this phone's tilted sideways, you could probably see it fine. Which is one thing I didn't really like with the with like previous iPhones, is that like when somebody's showing me something, but they say, oh wait, like let me show this person first. I try to look through the corner, but I don't really get it that often because I can barely see. So they have that, which is supposed to be better. It's supposed to have it has a 12 MP camera, and I was doing research earlier, and actually the iPhone 8 Plus's camera is supposedly supposed to be better than the iPhone X's camera by what I've looked. The iPhone 8 Plus also has portrait mode, so that's not that much. I think the iPhone X has portrait lighting, which is one thing that the iPhone 8 Plus does not have, but it has portrait mode, which was a big thing on the 7 Plus, and I think it should be fine for like what you have. So They actually do have portrait lighting. They supposed to have portrait lighting. I think it will be better than iPhone X because, I mean, it's supposed to be all better. They have optimal zoom, so it as the iPhone 8 Plus, I believe, has optimal zoom, so which can go 4 times which can go 4 times view 4 times like more in than the iPhone 8 and then the iPhone X. The iPhone 8 Plus can go 4 times, can view 4 times more in than the iPhone 8 can, which is pretty interesting. I wonder how that would compare with like other iPhones and stuff. It's the 8 Plus and 8 they have the 11. They have the A11 chip, which is supposed to be as well as good because the A11 is just amazing. They can. It's supposed to be more battery efficient as well. I don't know if I do believe that though, because they do say that with a lot. I believe in the iPhone X, but I don't know about the iPhone 8. So iPhone 8 does have augmented reality because of its A11 chip. I believe it's the only one that should have augmented reality. That's why they could probably put it in with iOS 11, but they probably just want to make like everybody buy it. So they probably will add augmented reality eventually, but I have no idea when. They also have wireless charging, just like they're supposed to. And what's actually kind of interesting is that the charger, the wireless charger called the Air Power, is not coming out till 2018. So they do have test models available for right now. Just to have it. And iOS 11 again is coming out. We'll talk a little bit about iOS 11 in a little bit because iOS 11 I feel like is one of the biggest changes that makes or breaks the iPhone 8 and X. The iOS 11 you can pay friends in messages now. And you can also, Siri's supposed to be a lot more advanced, which is pretty cool. You can say like suggest a song to play, and it listens to like what songs you've been listening to and like what songs you would like. So that's like some of the things about the iPhone 8. I forgot the colors on the iPhone 8. I feel like they don't really matter because you have cases anyways for the iPhone 8. So I really don't feel like colors matter that much. But I mean, like, they matter a little bit, right? So they do, it comes in gold, silver, and black. So those are currently the only colors available for it. But, you know, eventually they probably will add more colors. Just as they did with the iPhone 7, they had the red one. They had the red one, you know what I mean. So anyways, let's talk about iOS 11 real quick. So one thing a lot of people liked about iOS 11 so far is that you can screen record with it now. So if you're like a YouTuber like me, it's really easy now to record on your screen, because before you would have to you would have to get apps for you would have to get apps just to record your screen, which is always annoying. So one of the things, their slogan too with the new iPhone 8, with the new iOS 11, I should say, sorry, is one giant step for iPhone, one monumental leap for iPad. So basically meaning that not only is it going to be like a really big change for iOS, for Apple products just in history, it's supposed to change like almost the entire interface with iPad. So iPad you can now like do a lot more that you aren't supposed to. You can now, like, multitasking is upgraded. Like, a lot of things are upgraded now that they weren't earlier. Like, you can see your files now. It basically makes it a lot more like in a MacBook. You can multitask. You can now have a dock on the bottom of your iPad, again making it more like a MacBook. You can drag and drop things when you're multitasking. It just makes it a lot better. And then with the iPad Pro, you have your pen, which can make it a lot better. You can basically do a lot. Okay, with iOS, I forgot if it's iPhone X or 8 or if it's just iOS 11, but I know you can if you have like per se a drink in one in your left hand and you are righty, because I assume most people would be righty. Correct. I'm sorry if you're lefty. But you can now like with just clicking the globe button, you can make it so that the keyboard comes instantly towards your right hand. I believe you can change it though to lefty if you need to, but you can make it so that it's easier to type with one hand. So so iOS is supposed the new iOS is supposed to have augmented reality. I don't think it'll be like as fluent though as the new one will be, as it's supposed to be able to be on iOS 11, but I don't know. Also, you can do like a lot more things with photos. You can do a loop so it keeps on doing it, a bounce so that like when you're recording it, it just goes back. So it does the video, but then it does in reverse, and then there's long exposure, which just makes everything a lot more beautiful, basically. So the camera is supposed to be one of the best things, and then the App Store just got completely remodeled, which is that. So that's pretty much all there is to those iPhones and iOS and everything. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, this talk about the iPhones and stuff. Don't forget to leave a like, and catch you guys next time. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me a lot. Bye.